Good afternoon and Happy New Year from Seoul. It is the New Year's Day here in South Korea. And like in many other years, many Koreans started 2024 by catching the first sunrise and making wishes. Our Yoon reports.
Many people gathered near the East Coast to see the first sunrise of the new year. Despite the forecast of unfavorable weather, with strong winds and thick clouds, many still attempted to catch a glimpse of the first sunrise. In Pohang City, along the East Coast, the renowned sunrise viewing location, Homigot, has started its Sunrise Festival after a 4-year pause caused by the COVID-19 pandemic and the Itaewon crush tragedy. In 2024 being the year of Blue Dragon, it will be an especially memorable year for those born in the year of the dragon.
Whenever I interact with customers while working, I feel a sense of exhilaration. I hope this year in the food service industry brings more encounters with a wide range of people, allowing me to reach my dreams.
Last year, incidents surrounding school violence were significant concerns in South Korea. Mr. Park, a primary school teacher, hopes for the happiness of students, parents, and teachers when the new semester begins in March.
As always, there are many beautiful children and wonderful parents. I hope that in 2024, not only students and parents, but also teachers can freely engage in educational activities, fostering a year where everyone can be happy.
People living through the hardships of high inflation and steep interest rates are hoping for an improved economy in 2024 so that everyone can have a year without financial difficulties. Citizens celebrating the new year also wish for their families' health, financial stability, and a safe society. Yoon, Arirang News.
Meanwhile, as the clock hit midnight, South Korea rang in the new year with the traditional bell ringing ceremony at Bosingak Pavilion in central Seoul. Thousands of people gathered at the historical site, bracing the cold to wish a happy new year. Our Lee Soo-jin reports.
South Korea bid farewell to 2023 and rang in the new year 2024, the year of the Blue Dragon. Revelers followed a years-long tradition as they excitedly counted down to midnight on New Year's Eve.
The large crowd here is in good spirits and enjoying the New Year's traditional bell ringing ceremony and concert here at Bosingak Pavilion in central Seoul.
The midnight bell ringing celebration is Korea's version of the ball drop in New York's Times Square. At midnight, a total of 22 people, including the mayor of Seoul, Oh Se-hoon, 12 locals, and 6 global influencers rang the bell 33 times, a symbolic number in Buddhism and a practice dating back to the Joseon dynasty. This year is the first New Year's ceremony to be held without the COVID-19 mask mandate, further adding to the excitement.
I never saw New Year from in another country, only in Portugal, so I'm really excited for new experience.
I love the atmosphere of celebrating the end of the year with a bunch of people.
People also made their wishes for the new year.
I really want love and happiness for my family and my friends, and just enjoy my life. I just want to find a job.
And the traditional bell ringing ceremony had something new this year. A large sun-shaped orb was lifted 15 meters into the air to mark the new year dawning, with local government officials calling it the world's first sunrise of the new year. There were also various captivating performances leading up to the bell ringing ceremony. Fusion music band Season of Seoul played both traditional Korean instruments like the kayagum and the Western violin. And along a 400-meter stretch of road from the pavilion, there were flag performances, the Talchum traditional mass stands, and traditional Nongak farmers' music. And after midnight, the long-awaited K-pop concert kicked off with performances by ENHYPEN, The Boys, and Oh My Girl. But staying safe was of the utmost importance, with around 100,000 people in the area, which is twice the amount of attendees as last year. To ensure the safety of everyone attending, there were more than 1,000 safety and traffic guards, which is also around twice that of last year, as well as more than 2,000 police officers dispatched to the area. Lee Soo-jin, Arirang News.
And on this New Year's Day, President Yoon pledged all-out efforts to improve South Korean livelihoods with combined domestic reforms and export-driven growth. In his New Year's address on Monday, the president outlined the external global policy crisis and structural domestic barriers to sustainable growth for the country. He reaffirmed his commitment to the administration's three major reforms on labor, education, and pensions, as well as incentives to spur innovative firms and talents. Yoon also said he will continue efforts to expand Seoul's economic diplomacy, saying it is necessary to create Korean jobs and strengthen supply chains. He warned that any nuclear threat by North Korea will be curbed with a stronger nuclear-based Seoul-Washington alliance, which will complete its extended deterrence system in the first half of 2024. South Korea has condemned North Korea's renewed hostile inter-Korean policy. The Ministry of Foreign Affairs says Seoul strongly condemns Pyongyang's declaration in its key year-end party meeting that defined the two Koreas which share the same heritage as two hostile countries at war. The ministry also condemned Pyongyang's threats of a war and continued development of its nuclear and missile capabilities. Meanwhile, an official from the Unification Ministry said Seoul will continue pursuing the normalization of inter-Korean relations while deterring the North's threats through a strong Seoul-Washington alliance. While Kim Jong-un has also sent out a strong warning to Washington, the U.S. Defense Department reaffirmed its stance to seek dialogue with the North. Meanwhile, in some other parts of the world, people greeted the New Year amid war. In the Gaza Strip, where fighting between Israel and Hamas has been ongoing since October, Palestinians are hoping for a safe return to their lives as they grapple with food and medical shortages, combined with outbreaks of disease. Authorities in Gaza say some 22,000 people have been killed since the start of the conflict. And over in Ukraine, residents are wishing for a victory to end the years-long war with Russia. Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky, a day before the New Year, reminded people of Russia's continuing attacks and the need to maintain strength to endure the crisis for Ukrainians' safety and freedom in the future. That is all for this hour. We'll come back at 6 p.m. with more updates.